Alright guys, if you have come across this video, then you need to consider yourself lucky because right now I'm going to be showing you a tactic, a hack that generates $2,000 to $4,000 per week. And I've seen this work 100% of the time. I haven't seen this fail so far. So you should really consider yourself lucky if you're watching this video right now. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I am really not trying to sound arrogant here. But the reason why I'm saying that is because this is actually a huge opportunity now for people, and people are not taking advantage of this, and people are not talking about this. So let me get into this. What does this entail? What is this system or mathematical system that I'm going to be talking about? And by the way, yes, it is a mathematical system that's going to generate this income for you. Another thing too is that this literally only takes 20 to 30 minutes of work per day. 20 minutes of work per day. 20 to 30 minutes of work per day. It's crazy, and it generates this much amount of money. A lot of people, when they watch this video, they're going to think that this is too good to be true. But no, I'm telling you, this is not too good to be true. I've tested this hundreds of times, and this actually works. I'm not lying to you. And once I go through what this is and how this works, it will make sense to you. You will have fireworks going off in your head. You will have volcano eruptions that are supposed to come out of your genitalia go off inside of your head. This actually works. Now, I'm going to quit yapping. What is this? How does this work? What this is a mathematical system that leverages sports betting systems, sports betting apps. Now, before you click off this video, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, sports betting? Oh, this is just one of those, he thinks he knows a lot about sports. He's just trying to... No. Matter of fact, I actually don't watch sports at all. When I'm telling you, I do not watch sports at all. I do not watch sports at all. I know you probably see Steph Curry or LeBron James back there for the poster, but this is not my place. This is a barbershop I'm filming at right now, the barbershop I work at, and I do not care about sports at all. I do not play sports. The only sport I really do is jujitsu, but that's basically it. But I do not care about sports. So anyone who watches this video can do this. Literally anyone. You don't need to know anything about sports. You don't have to have sports bet in your life before. I've never done any of this before in my life. Now, let's get into it. What is this? So pay attention, because just pay attention. So there are different sports betting apps out there, right? So I'm going to put app, sports betting apps. And guys, it's been a minute since I've actually written, you know what I'm saying? So bear with me. My handwriting is not the best. It was never good at all. So there are different sports betting apps, and all these sports betting apps give you something called a welcome bonus. And these welcome bonuses are basically designed to get users to use their sports betting platforms. So they're essentially giving you free money. Damn, my writing actually is that bad. So essentially, these sports betting apps are giving you free money. Now, there are different types of welcome bonuses out there, but right now I'm going to talk about one called the deposit match bonus. Deposit match. And bear with me, guys. This whiteboard is super wobbly. A lot of you are probably thinking like, "Oh, this guy's making that much money. Why don't you buy a better whiteboard?" It's because I don't want to return this whiteboard, man. I really don't want to return this whiteboard. It stood up on a painting thing, but whatever. We're just gonna have to bear with me. So, sports betting apps give you free money. So, for example, a deposit match bonus. And like what I said, there are different bonuses out there, but right now I'm going to talk about deposit match bonus. You have to kind of like treat different bonuses separately. But what a deposit match bonus is they give you a certain amount of money. So let's say you deposit $250 into the sports betting app. They'll give you an additional $250 to bet with. So you would now have $500 in your sports betting app. So they give you $250 of free money if you deposit $250. So you deposit $250 into the sports betting app, and they give you an additional $250 to bet with. But the thing is though, this is bonus money. This bonus money that they give you cannot just be withdrawn from your account. And the reason why is because if it can be withdrawn from your account, then everyone would just be depositing money and then withdrawing it from the sports betting apps, and they would lose a fuck ton of money. So that's not how it works. What you need to do is you need to place a bet with this $250, the free money that they give you. And then from that bet, if that bet wins, you get profit from it. That's going to be able to be withdrawn over time. Now, what a lot of people would do is they'll go ahead and take that $250 and gamble it away. But we're not dumb out here. We're going to be using a mathematical system to essentially, I guess you could say, guarantee that we're going to be able to withdraw this money. We're going to be able to withdraw that $250 back into our bank account. Now, the sports betting apps, they do try to make it hard for you. They have a bunch of different rules and that sort of stuff, but I'm just going to go over this system of how this works. So, this is how we do it. This is how we guarantee that we're able to withdraw this money. And $250, that is not a lot. Like a lot of these sports betting apps, they have bonuses that literally go up to $1,500. Now, let's say you have one sports betting app right here. We'll call this app A. And then on the other side, you have a sports betting app over here. We'll call this app B. So let's say sports betting app A is something like Bet365, and the sports betting app B is something like FanDuel. You guys have probably heard about it before, even if you're not into the sports betting game. What you do is, let's say app A has this deposit match bonus. You deposit $250 into this app, and then they give you an additional $250 to bet with. Now you have a total of $500 in this account. 250 being normal money, your money, 250 being free money. Then what you go ahead and do, this is where the math system comes in, you go over here on sports betting app B, and then you deposit 250 into here. 250. You deposit $250 into there. So once you deposit $250 into here, you have 500 in here, like what I said before, 250 being free money, essentially. What you essentially do is you go and look at any game. So let's say the Raptors and Miami Heat are playing tonight, or the Blue Jays and the Dodgers in baseball or whatever. I don't really know sports teams like that. Let's say they're playing tonight and they're reversing. So let's say there's team A and then team B. Team A and then team B. And there's like a little divide here because, you know, trying to like separate the both sides. What you would do is you would take $250 from this side, the $250 of free money. I'm just going to use orange to kind of like symbolize the free money. $250 of free money, and then you place it on team A to win. Then you go over here, I'm going to use green in real money, and then place $250 on team B to win. So you're using free money on this side and then real money on that side. So what do you think is going to happen? But first, before I get into what do you think is going to happen, if this side wins, then you leave with $500. So let's say team A were to win, you leave with $500. If team B were to win, you would leave with $500 as well. And the reason why you're leaving with $500 on each side is because you're leaving with the winnings plus the amount that you've placed. So you're leaving with $250. Like you essentially won $250 if you're leaving with $250 if you place a $250 bet. So both sides as well, the odds are the same. If you guys have ever sports bet before, you already know that the odds never kind of work out in this way, but bear with me. I'm just using this as like an example to kind of simplify it and show you guys the concept. But yeah, let's go over what would happen if each team were to win, if each side were to win. Let's say team A were to win. What would happen? You would lose this on this side, you lose everything over here, but you still have $500. Think about that. You still have $500. You left with $500. Use the free $250 to leave with $500, but you still have that $250 that you had in your account before. So this account would now have $750 in it. This account would now have $750 in it, right? $750 because we only used $250 of the $500 that we had in our account. Then you go over on this side. Let's say this side were to win. What would happen? Use the wrong side. What would happen if this side were to win? I don't want to redraw everything again. So 250, and then you leave with 500. What would happen? What would happen in this account is you would leave with $500, and then this account would now have $500 in it. But remember in this side, what happened? We had $250 in here already, but we only used 700, we only used 250. So we had $500 in here, but we only used 250 of the free money. Whoops, I just dropped my cap. So now you have $250 in this account, $500 in this account. So you have a total of 750 between these two accounts. Now you could go and withdraw that money. You just made $250 there. Guaranteed. You made $250 there, guaranteed. Now, there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of sports books out there, sports betting apps out there. Crazy amounts. And all of them have huge bonuses. Now, what were to happen if you're to do this across 15 different sports books, 10 different sports books? You would make a lot of money, and this is the exact way I've been making $2,000 to $4,000 per week for almost the past year now. This actually works. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, this is not the whole system. This is not the whole NGG system. This is something I call the NGG system. And by the way, if you actually want help with this, and if you want to see if you're actually able to do this and if you qualify to do this, because there are some certain credentials that you need to be able to do this, then click the link in the description and book a call with me. We're just going to talk about if you're able to do it or not. And if you are, then I'll kind of help you out a bit and that sort of stuff. If you need help with this and need help with all this sort of stuff, which I recommend, because definitely you do not want to do this after seeing this video. Like, you need more information on this. This is just the bare bones minimum simplified explanation, and just so you guys could understand the concept. Like, I don't want people going ahead, getting excited, trying this, and then they end up losing money, because it can happen. You could end up losing money if you end up screwing it up and not knowing the whole system. And then coming back to this video and be like, oh, I tried this and I lost money. No, there are different things within the system that you need to do. So book that call with me if you do want to learn how to do this, and if to see if you are actually qualified to do this. And don't worry, I'm not going to try to sell you on anything. I'm just going to help you out and see if you're even qualified to do this, because not everyone is going to be able to do this. Whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. So, look what I was saying. What was I talking about again? Like what I was saying, this is literally one of the best ways to be making money right now. If you do this across freaking 12 different sports books, 15 different sports books, you are making a lot of money. A lot of money. Now, some of you are probably thinking, oh, these are welcome bonuses, so it only works once, right? It only works once. Yes, it does work once. But what if you're to take the profit that you make from this and then invest this into one of your siblings' accounts, your brother's accounts, your sister's accounts, your mother's accounts? And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've turned this into a whole business where I take the profits that I make, invest it into someone else's accounts, get the free money, and then what happens? I do the whole system for them, and then we just split the profit. And the profit ends up being a lot. The profit ends up being a lot per person. With all the sports books that I use, you can make anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per week, and then we just split the profit. So it is crazy, and people are literally lining up to do this. Like, I have a waiting list of at least 1 month at a time of people who are trying to do this, because it's literally free money. Literally free money. So getting people is not an issue at all. Like, anyone, let me put this down for a second. Let me put this down properly for a second. You would be stupid to say no to this. Like, if I came up to you with an offer to say, hey, let me open up or you open up sports betting accounts for me, I'll give you the money, deposit it, and then I'll give you $2,000. You would be dumb to say no. You would be literally dumb to say no. Sports betting is legal. Sports betting is a legal thing. This is not anything sketchy or illegal here. This is real. This is a real thing. I've literally been doing this for the past however long. So yeah, that's how you can make $2,000 to $4,000 per week. And this is actually really easy. It literally takes me 20 to 30 minutes per day to be doing this. Literally 20 to 30 minutes per day by doing this, because all I'm doing is just placing bets. Literally all I'm doing is just placing bets. And I've taught this to how many people now? I've taught this to dozens of people, and they're actively making crazy profit off of this right now. And this is exactly what I'm saying. If you stumbled across this video right now when I have low amounts of subscribers, you are freaking lucky. You are lucky. So I encourage you, if you, like what I said, if you do need help with this, if you want to learn more about this system, then book that call with me so we can see if you're even qualified to do this. Because like what I said, not everyone is going to be able to do this. Not everyone has the credentials to be able to do this. So yeah, like what I said, guys, this is the system. This is the system. This is how it works.